flashing in the front.
Okay, say hi. This is our first hike with the GoPro camera. We're hiking up the driveway.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going uphill steadily. Okay, I'm going to cut it out here and pick it up again later. Here we are hiking through Linwood Center. There's Chris. Hot wave, Chris. Here we are hiking along the road. There's the water.
Yeah.
Can we see the water?
Who knows?
Okay.
We'll have to find out later.
Okay, now we're ready to embark on the trail. Here it says main trail.
Hopefully there are no witches.
Okay, we're still on the main trail. Okay, here we're back on the road section, starting to hike up the hill. Chris is starting to slow down, complaining about the hill.
It's not nice.
Okay, now we're at the top of the hill, heading into the trail again. Here we are in the thick of the forest, heading to Wild Lake Gazzam on Bainbridge Island. If we're not seen again, please play back the video to get our last wishes. And we love our loved ones.
Whoever
So
they may
long,
be.
cruel world. We're on the trail to Lake Gazzam, and we've discovered a small glacier. It's the remnants of a small glacier from yesterday's wet snowfall. Here comes a wolf.
Arroo.
No, don't do that. The wolf might jump. Okay.
Here's a baby wolf.
Okay, here's the baby wolf.
Hello.
Do you have a dog or anything with you?
No, we don't.
Okay, I'll leave him.
Hi, sweeties.
Okay, there's a big log blocking our path. Chris went over it. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to Gazzam Lake. In fact, you may be able to see it in the distance there. Okay, we made it to the water's edge. Majestic Lake Gazzam. Here we are at the tail end of the trail, Gazzam Lake. We're approaching Puget Sound. We're coming down the last steep little part. You can see the sound up ahead. There's steps carved into the side of the hill, quite treacherous and steep. Chris, trying to get down to the beach.
Dad's ruining my new gloves.
We'll take them off.
Oh, I don't want to get my hands.
Take them off. There, we made it. Okay, we're down on the water. It's kind of a gray overcast day. Probably in the low 40s. But we made it. There, so we're looking at, that's the Kitsap Peninsula. Actually, those masts over there, that's Brownsville, the Port of Brownsville. Now, can you zoom this camera?
Probably.
There's got to be a way to see it. And there goes, is that the ferry?
Yeah.
Yeah, ferry's going by way out there. There's got to be some way to zoom this thing.
Should have read the manual.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out that later. There's a beachside cave. Now, how do you know someone's in it? It could just be stuff washed in.
No, because there's like a piece of wood jammed in there so you can't crawl through it.
Oh, really?
Look at it. Look. There's no way that washed in there.
Maybe. Okay. Well, yeah,
Okay.
there's footprints. I see footprints there.
$5 to
Yeah.
crawl in there.
We're looking at the wild, storm-ravaged hillside. Chris has never seen anything like it in all her years. Chris on up ahead. You can barely see her. Here we are heading home, heading downhill now. We've crested the peak on the way back from the water, and it's all downhill. Here we are